Welcome to the Carl B. Phillips Show, hosted by gospel music industry veteran, recording artist, songwriter, producer, radio announcer, and actor, Carl B. Phillips. Join Carl as he talks with gospel recording artists, producers, songwriters, pastors, and other creatives about music, ministry, and life. Get ready for another great conversation on the Carl B. Phillips Show.
This week's guest on the Carl B. Phillips Show, new school gospel recording artist Jessica and Jaida. Welcome to the Carl B. Phillips Show. I am Carl B. Phillips, Uncle Carl. Today's guests are leaders in the new school of contemporary artists, and together they are constantly pushing the envelope to reinvent their sound. Please help me welcome Jessica and Jaida. What's up, young ladies?
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Oh, I'm excited. You know, I'll never forget when I first discovered you guys. We were at Ribs and Soul Fest, and I remember which one of you was that we pulled out of the audience just to come up and sing. Which one of you guys was it?
It was me. Oh, I don't know where Jessica was.
Yeah, Chris Love was like, yeah, I've seen these young ladies on YouTube. One of them was out here, and we had a spot that we needed to film, and you just got up and just slayed us a cappella. So I'll always remember that. So, and then getting a chance to meet you and hearing your music and stuff, I'm a follower and a fan. As I told you, I am going to ask a couple of random questions. The first random question, and this is to both of you. What is your favorite food from your favorite restaurant?
That's hard because we like so many different types of food.
We do like a lot of different types of food. Asian food, Mexican food.
There's this restaurant that we like to go to. What is it called again with the red velvet pancakes? Oh, Hudson Cafe.
Oh yeah, there's this restaurant called the Hudson Cafe, and they have red velvet pancakes, and they are absolutely delicious. It's a little bit like dessert for breakfast,
but it's so good.
I have to admit, Hudson Cafe is one of my favorites also. They have a chorizo omelet that I love to get there. And you know they're opening in Troy now, because it used to be just downtown.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the downtown one is like so long to get in to eat. But now that they're open in Troy, like, I can do that. We don't have to drive all the way downtown and pay for parking. Okay, that's a good answer. First question. At what age did each of you discover your voice, your singing voice?
Maybe around, how old was I? We kind of started together in like theater arts camps.
You probably like 7.
I think I was 7 and Jaida was like 5. So we were acting, we were singing, we were dancing. But yeah, I think that's when we first kind of discovered our voices and like our gift to sing.
So what was the first song that each of you sang before an audience? Or did you do it as a duet?
Wow.
No, we did sing separately sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it was at camp, so we had different solos. You sang.
I feel like our first performance. Ooh, this is going back in time. Trying to remember.
You used to sing a song by Natalie Cole.
Was that before our first performance? Remember in that church? Yeah, that was before. Oh, okay. I think my first song, it was the song by Natalie Cole.
Inseparable? Is that?
No, not Inseparable. I can't even tell you the name. It was so long ago.
Well, for one, how young you all are, and to be able to say it was a song by Natalie Cole. Natalie Cole was popular in my generation when I was your guys' age.
Yes, because like in the days we would like act like kind of older legends and stuff. Like
they tried to teach us like the classics when we were at like the different performing arts camps and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how we kind of learned, that good old music.
Now, old music. Okay, I'm gonna let that slide. Old music. Natalie Cole is old music. But she is, because that was I think when I first discovered her, it was the late 70s when she was doing Inseparable and This Will Be. I love Natalie Cole. She's a great, great vocalist. When did-
Yes, I think it was Inseparable.
okay.
I thought I didn't want to say.
And I used to sing a song by Ella Fitzgerald. I forgot what it was called. A Tisket, a Tasket.
A Tisket, a Tasket. Oh, so you're doing a little jazz stuff. Hmm. And Natalie was kind of jazz because of her father. So both of y'all, we may need a Jessica and Jaida jazz gospel, jazz inspirational song in the future. Yeah.
Yes.
When did singing become a passion for each of you?
Well, we got introduced to it in the performing arts camps, but we also used to sing at church, choir and stuff. So I feel like when we started using our voice for the Lord, it was like, okay, like this is actually something that we really feel like we want to do.
Yeah, I agree. I would say growing up in church, singing in choir, that's where I discovered my passion too. So that was probably like elementary school, middle school.
So when you were in the church choir, what was your church choir jam? That song that you just can't wait for the choir to sing.
I don't wanna go, go. Wasn't that one song? Go another morning.
Yeah, that was one.
I don't know the name of it.
Like we sang a lot of songs, but I don't particularly know the name of it. I know how they go.
I need to find your choir director. Like these girls don't remember nothing you taught them. They don't know no names, no songs.
Unfortunately, but beautiful songs. They were really beautiful.
So
Yeah,
when did the two of you realize that you wanted to do music as a duet versus doing solo stuff?
I feel like we knew kind of from the very beginning, like it just was natural. Like
because we were always we're best friends, so we're always around each other, and it was the same way when we were kids. So when we started singing, we were singing together, writing music together, coming up with little cute songs when we were younger.
Who's the person that's the hardest to catch the harmony?
Jessica's a little better at harmony than me.
Yeah, I'm a little better than Jaida.
Learning, growth is what it's all about.
But some areas she may be better than me, so we kind of pick up each other's slack, balance each other's out.
Who are some of the family groups the two of you have been inspired by?
Family groups. Of course, the Clark sisters.
Yeah, Clark sisters.
Mary.
Oh my gosh, we love Mary. The Jackson 5.
Oh yeah, Jackson 5. Chloe and Hadley, I would say, but yeah,
we like Chloe and Hallie because a lot of times when people see us, they're like, "Oh, you guys look like Chloe and Hallie." We really, admire them because it's like if they can do it, we can do it too. Who else?
Yeah, that might be it. Oh, the Winans.
Oh, the Winans.
Yeah, that's
yes,
it.
The Winans.
Well, when you say Winans, there's so many Winans. You got the brothers, BB and CC, Angie and Debbie. It's a whole lot of them Winans.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
I was like, they need to do a Winans family reunion too, so we can see everybody.
Right.
Outside of music, the two of you have been featured in plays and commercials. Why do you feel that it's important to expand your brand beyond recording?
I think it's just a passion for us too. We've never we've always kind of dibbled and dabbled in a little bit of everything. Our mom, it kind of exposed us to a little bit of everything. And also, multiple streams of income.
Multiple streams.
And then it's all the arts, and we're really creative people. Like Jaida even gets into like visual art with like painting and stuff, and I like photography and stuff. So we really like anything that has to do with art, music, but different forms of art, really.
Yeah, it's hard to stick to one when we kind of have a desire to, do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
One thing when in talking to creatives, a lot of times they talk about they have so many things that they want to do. They want to get out of their system. And most creatives, before you finish one thing, you're 10 things down the road. How do you all kind of keep control of your creativity that you don't burn yourself out?
Well, I think the one that you find most important, that's the one you put the most time and effort into. So for us, it's our singing, and then everything else kind of comes afterward, basically.
Yeah, making priorities, making sure you finish what you start. Yeah, and having a day of rest, because it's not good to just work. Then you won't have enough energy, or sometimes when you work, then there's no joy in that.
Right.
So it's good to have balance.
Another thing I've learned in talking to creatives, a lot of times they don't know how to celebrate the moment. Do you guys find it challenging as creatives to like, wow, we just did this, let's enjoy this moment?
I think it just depends. Because we do celebrate, but it's like for a small moment. We're like, okay, that was great. Let's go get some bubble tea. What would you say, Jessica?
Okay, the question was, how do we
find it hard to celebrate the moments?
I don't really know. I think we just enjoy it while we can, and then just move on. But we never forget what we learned from that experience, and we always are thankful after it and everything. I don't know. That's a hard question.
Like I said, as a creative myself, I had to learn to enjoy moments, because moments would happen and I would complain because the moment I didn't feel was big enough. I didn't feel it was large enough. And people had to remind me, the moment you're celebrating, other people haven't gotten to that moment yet. So that's why a lot of times when we're talking to young creatives, I like to have that discussion to make sure you stop and breathe and enjoy that moment and celebrate them, because some of the things that you guys are doing, there's other young people you're setting examples for. So enjoy and celebrate your moments. Okay, that's an uncle moment. I'm sorry.
That is good.
I don't think we celebrate enough, because a lot of we're just thinking okay, what can we do better, instead of even though that's a good way of thinking, instead of being proud of ourselves for what we did do. We kind of sometimes just jump to the next.
And a lot of creators are like that. So when I talk to you guys in a year, and I'm like, what moments did you celebrate?
Yeah. we got to start doing it.
Celebrate the moments. Now, if I remember correctly, both of you are in college now?
Yes, but I just graduated.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your degree and when you graduated?
So I graduated in April, and my major was marketing with a minor in African American studies.
Wow. Look at you. So what are you going to do with your degree?
What am I going to do with my degree?
What do you want to pursue? I know you want to do music, but beyond that, what do you want to do now that you have
going into the degree, I knew it would help with advertising when it came to marketing our music and things like that. But I am also open to working for another company and helping them with social media marketing. That's my specialty. And yes, anything in advertising, really.
I can see a marketing company, especially for young ladies that are coming along, and how to market different things they may have. Okay, when I talk to you in a year, I'm gonna need to see how that marketing thing is coming along. So what are you studying in school?
I'm studying finance with a minor in art.
Okay. Yes. So y'all gonna be a dynamic duo, because she gonna make the money and you gonna make sure the money's spent right.
That's
you can't go spend money on that.
We already do that now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. We already do that now.
All right, here's another random question. What is the most fun thing you've experienced recently?
So we just came back from California. It was our first time there, and we did like the sightseeing. We went to what is that? Venice Beach, Manhattan Beach, and then we also went to Disneyland, and it was so fun.
It was amazing.
Yes.
Like that, like Disneyland is really like no other amusement park. And like in each ride, it really creates like a whole world. So that's why it was so cool to just see like everything we grew up on like as kids.
We were just big kids that day.
What was your favorite ride?
I like the Indiana Jones ride. I actually
I think that was my favorite too.
I haven't even seen Indiana Jones. But it was just really fun. Really fun. And like I said, like they created like a whole world like in the ride, so it really felt like you were in the movie.
Yeah.
So,
and then even outside of the ride.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Outside of the rides, like there were like different worlds. So me and Jada really like Princess Tiana, the Black Princess, and they had her whole restaurant. And they had all the Louisiana type food, and it was just wonderful.
So I could tell y'all like to eat a lot. Y'all love to eat. What is your favorite Disney song?
What's that song by Tiana?
Almost There.
And
I also like The Little Mermaid. What's
Part
the one?
of Your World.
Yeah, Part of Your World. Specifically Halle Berry.
So we need to have you guys on Instagram one night just sing some Disney songs. I think that'll be fun. just Rick out singing Disney songs and challenge other people to sing them. How do the two of you define the Jessica and Jaida sound?
I would say it's versatile, unique, and I feel like a lot of people have told us like we have a really special blend since we're sisters. And really, a lot of our songs like sound different because they might sound like different genres. Like we might have some jazzy songs, some pop songs, like some songs with a more R&B vibe. But I don't know, because of like our blend, it still sounds like a Jessica and Jaida song.
Yeah,
that makes
Jaida
sense.
described it perfectly. Like we don't want to put ourselves in the box like we're R&B gospel singers or something. Like we really like a lot of different types of music. So yeah, it's kind of hard to put a label on it. I would say.
I guess I guess we're still finding our sound in a sense. But we've been able to play with a lot of different genres that we do like. So,
so let's talk a little bit about your music. Your debut single, What You Say, was released in 2021. The song was written and released during the pandemic. How did having time during the quarantine and the pandemic help in creating the song?
It really just gave us a lot of time to create and like reflect on life, where we were in that moment. And during quarantine, I feel like is when our music really took off, because of course like our first single came out, and
we just had a lot of time to focus and learn too. Like during the quarantine, that's the first time, well, not the first time we had our own little studio, but we, got a lot of materials, technology to really make like an at-home studio. We, took like online songwriting courses. We would just write and, come up with different songs just together, like all day.
So between the two of you, how do you create music together? Like one of you come on, hey, I got some words, and the other like, well, I got a beat. How do you create that music together?
Well, it's different for every song. Every song is like unique, but sometimes I come up with the verses and Jaida may come up with the choruses, but usually we try to write mostly the whole song together. So if Jaida comes up with a chorus, then we usually try to finish the rest of the song together. And then as far as the music, we do that together as well, like with the melodies and different stuff like that.
And then go into the studio. So usually it starts off separately. Like Jessica's really good at coming up with melodies. Like she's so good at that. And then sometimes I may come up with like the lyrics, and then we'll come together So like, okay, let's finish this together. Even though it started separately. And go to the studio.
Do you ever run into a time where one of you feels like that don't make sense? Why we got to do it that way? And when you do get to that point, how do you come to an agreement?
I feel like that doesn't really happen often.
Well, sometimes we may disagree. We may disagree, or sometimes we may feel like, now why did you have to go and write it by yourself? Like, why did you almost write the whole thing without me? But then we just come together and see how we can make it like more of a Jessica and Jaida song instead of just a Jessica song. We try to see like what elements of each other we can put in the song, because really when we come together it becomes even better than when we do it by ourselves. So we just try to, you know, pick each other's brains, like, what do you think I should add here?
And when we disagree, we just try to hear each other out, like why let the person explain like why they disagree, and then we just come to a, what's the word? I don't know. Come to a
just find a solution.
Yeah.
You know, we both agree with. Now, sometimes because we do have really different music tastes, it can get annoying because she loves R&B and I have more of like a pop sound.
Yeah.
But you know, we gotta compromise.
Yeah.
That compromise can be challenging. What do you mean? It sounds too R&B. Well, no, it sounds too pop. All right, we'll just make it sound country. Let's talk a little bit more about your music. In 2022, you released 2 singles, God's Love and Black Diamond. Talk about the musical growth you experienced in releasing those 2 songs in 2022.
I feel like with those songs, we were able to do like show more with our voices. Because even like with What You Say, you know, it was a pop vibe, so we weren't really able to like really like sing.
Yeah.
But in God's Love, we, you know, tried to do some more ad libs, you know, so some more versatility and like what we can really do with our voices.
And then Black Diamond was kind of like another kind of pop, but I feel like it was like a little bit more elevated than What You Say. Like we just got better with our gift, and yeah, it just sounded better.
Yeah, I feel like each time our writing gets better, our sound. I just feel like with each song it just keeps getting better, because we just try to figure out like, okay, what did we do wrong? What shouldn't we do?
Not necessarily what we did wrong, but it's just like, a growth process. It's a journey, so you got to start somewhere, you know.
Sometimes as an artist, when you go back and listen, you're like, oh my God, why did I do that? Do you guys experience that also? Man, if I could re-record this, I would do this differently. Let's talk about your latest release, God's Got Me. The lyrics talk about anxiety, pressure, closed doors, and blurred vision, but don't worry because God's got me. Why do you think it's important for listeners to know the message of God's Got Me?
I think it's just really important because so many unexpected things happen in life.
Right.
So many things. There's just so much coming at you. And, you know, as we get older, we realize that more and more. Like, you know, it can be really hard out here, especially when you have a dream, especially when you have goals, and it may seem like so much is coming against you to try to stop those things from happening. You know, even with mental health, you know, it can be really hard just to, you know, stay encouraged and stay motivated with everything going on in the world. You know, some people may have family issues, you know, relationship issues. So we just wanted people to know that, you know, you're not alone in this, that we're going through this too, and that God is with you throughout all of it. And even if you don't know why it may be happening, He can help you get through it. That's been our testimony through everything we've been through. You know, God helped us and gave us the strength to come out of it, and it was better on the side.
And like when we were actually recording God's Got Me, we were going through like so much, really to like even come out with the song. Like we were really struggling, having issues. And we just felt like the devil like really does not want us to get this song out. And we were just facing so many setbacks and pushback. So, but at the end of the day, we knew that God got us and we just needed to push through. And he brought us through. Yeah.
So who were some of the people you worked with on your latest single?
Yes. Well, we did some writing with Garrett Jones, who produced it. It was Mikkel Miller. What's Jazz's last name?
And Jazz. He's an R&B singer.
Yeah, an R&B singer named Jazz. He's really good, and he helped mix it. So it's just really exciting getting to work with different people. Yeah, just to make a good song. So
yes.
So what's next for Jessica and Jaida?
What's next? Definitely more music. We've been in the studio more often recently. So we're working on new music,
some more live performances. So yeah, but definitely one of our goals is really to make an EP soon. So that's been on our mind for some time. So more music.
And then we also started like a Christian reality TV show on YouTube, on the Jessica and Jaida show. So that's been another thing we got going on. And yeah, that's pretty much.
Other than that, adulting.
Adulting? You're just at the beginning of the adulting journey. Wait till you're on your own. You got to pay bills. You got to wash clothes. You got to clean the house. Something break, you got to fix it. Somebody posted one time, you're not an adult until you've had to replace 4 tires on your car. That's when you know.
I feel like this year we've really had to like grow up like this summer. So we're definitely seeing what it's like.
Yeah, we can see with the car stuff because we have an older car and
but we're still blessed. We still have to, pay for a whole bunch of bills by ourselves. So thank the Lord.
Yeah, that's the fun part of adulting, paying bills. It's like, I got to pay for what? There's no food in the refrigerator. Why not? Because I don't put none there. So when can we expect a Jessica and Jaida concert to hear you guys do a lot of your music live?
Well, hopefully that'll be in the works soon. That's a prayer. So, yeah, we're trying to do some more live performances. So we're definitely going to be working on that more this summer. And maybe a concert.
Okay. So, we're going to cross our fingers and pray because we know God's got you. How can people reach you? How can they follow you on social media? And how can they get your music?
So you can reach us on social media at Jessica and Jaida.
Jaida.
And that's on all the platforms, Instagram, Twitter,
TikTok.
Twit. Well, no, not Twit.
We don't have Twit. Follow us on
the new Twitter.
X.
Threads. Oh, well, we don't have X, but
we have Threads.
Yeah, we have Threads. Sorry.
And then on YouTube, it's just the Jessica and Jaida show.
Okay. So for someone that may see this interview, you kind of touched on it earlier, that feeling like God's not hearing their prayers, God's not answering them. Where is God? How would you speak to that young person or that person that's feeling like, God, I'm going to use some bad grammar, God ain't got me? What would you say to that person?
I would, well, how to say this in a nice way? I would say, I would say that's a lie from the enemy, because, a lot of times when you're going through it, the enemy will try to really discourage you. So I would say, hold on in there, because, it can feel really bad, but I would also say joy comes in the morning. Joy comes in the morning. So stay encouraged. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. When you hold on to your faith, you will see that God really is there for you. Sometimes it takes a while.
Sometimes it takes a while.
Sometimes it takes a while to see like really where God is taking you.
Because it happens in His timing.
It happens in His timing.
And that's why I like that scripture also, pray without ceasing.
Yes.
Because you may say a prayer, but it may not get answered right away. But just keep praying. And if it's in God's will, then, He'll make it come to pass. So you just have to stay encouraged,
Yeah.
Stay encouraged and know that God's got you. I have enjoyed this interview with Jessica and Jaida. I love these young ladies. Make sure you go out and get their project, God's Got Me. Check out their other music, God's Love, Black Diamond, What You Say, and follow them on social media. And I always like to close the show out by saying, remember to work like you don't need the money, love like you've never been hurt, and most of all, dance like no one's watching you, and know that God's got you. God bless until we have a chance to meet again.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, and we hope that you have a wonderful day.
The Carl B. Phillips Show is produced by Carl B. Phillips for Prove Me Productions. For more information about Carl B. Phillips, visit carlbphillips.com. Subscribe to The Carl B. Phillips Show on YouTube or your favorite podcast outlet.